Okay. Got some 1¼ inch deck screws here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna just screw these down to this board. Just like that. I'm not gonna put it too tight, just tight enough. I don't want it to get away. So as soon as it cinches it down to the wood, I'm pretty well there. Don't know how many I'm gonna put in here, probably 4 maybe. Put another one here. That. Keep stealing my bit because it's a nice tight fit. And then we'll put another one, say right here. Let's see, there's 2 in between that, 2 in between that, and 3 in between here. So this moves just to keep this all similar. All right, we're tight. So there, that's mounted. Okay, we've got a orange, yep, I can't see. We've got a red buff here on a GA7021 6,000 RPM grinder. We've got a bar of black compound from Time to Shine or GoShineOn.com. We've got this mounted down here on the floor. We've got a Dome flannel here with a green compound on it, and we'll grab a green bar to use for that once we get done getting it cut. Now, we're not doing any prep to this, we're just gonna cut it. So I'm gonna grab my mask and I'm gonna grab my headphones, and then we're gonna get to making this thing shiny. We're gonna try 320. I think this is Inconel. I don't think this is stainless. Okay, so let me grab my little microphone here. So I think this is Inconel. I don't think this is stainless. It does not cut like stainless unless whatever's on here, I don't understand. It dulls the sandpaper almost instantly. That's not normal for stainless. I'm pretty sure that what we're dealing with here is Inconel, and I will have to figure out how to determine that for sure. But what I can tell you is that doesn't cut. Like the shorter pipes cut a lot easier. I'll go grab one of those real quick. I'll put you guys on pause. I'll go grab one of those, and then we'll see how that one cuts, because it cut really easy the other day. Alright, so here's the short pipe. I cut this on the stand-up lathe with an orange buff and a brown compound, which is not for stainless, but it just cut right through it, no problem. And so this, to me, I think that what we're dealing with here is we've got this one is stainless and that one's Inconel. And I'm going to screw this down here to the board, and we'll see. Let me throw my microphone on here on my, you can hear me a little bit better if I throw it here on me. I'll grab the screws here, and we'll get a quick, screw this thing down real quick. Anyway, I don't know, it's not cutting like normal. It's not cutting like a normal stainless wood, so I want to kind of get an idea, and then I'll have to call the customer. I'll end the video and call the customer and talk to him, and because he said that he thought one of them may be Inconel, and that would make it harder to polish apparently. That is not going to work. What happened there is that my jaw horse, the steel jaw horse, is underneath the wood. The screw's too long, and it pushed into the steel. So we'll just grab it from a couple angles over here. There we go. All right, now I got that screwed down, we can try and polish this out. We'll see. Let's hope for it. Let's hope it works. Okay. Got the microphone set back on the camera here, so hopefully it picks me up decently. Turn back on here. recording. You are in fact recording. Good. So you can see that cut out pretty good, but also it's not as dirty. So you guys are along for the ride right now for me learning about these airplane exhaust pipes here. I don't know. I'm gonna have to call a couple of my welding buddies and see if they can tell me a definitive way to find out if it's Inconel or stainless. Because honestly, I have no idea. And like, I don't know, but it burns through sandpaper really fast. This one seems to be cutting out pretty decent, but again, it doesn't look as dirty. You can see that the brown here, the gold, the bronze, whatever you want to call that, is not as thick. I may wipe these down with some light, like diluted acid. I may grab some of that and wipe these down and see if that changes anything. So let me grab some of that and then I will come back to see if this will work. Okay, let me throw my microphone here on my shirt real quick so that you guys can hear me all right. One thing, when you're dealing with acids, make sure you get your PPE away from it. You don't want that in your mask. Take the compound stuff off here. I don't want to get any of that wet with it. So what we're going to do is we're going to try a little spot. And of course, this thing is angry at me because it's had acid in it. I recommend wearing glasses. I'm not. I'm an idiot. So don't do like stuff that I do. I don't see it changing anything on this pipe. Okay, let that sit on there. See it kind of foaming up there on that one. That should be plenty to figure out if it's going to work or not. Let me grab a brush here. I have a brush in the office. 1 second. Run in here and grab a brush. Let me see where I put it. Here it is. Got a brand new brush right here just for this. So, in here we have a brush. I really don't see it changing anything. I just want to try this to see if it would remove any of that off that metal. Again, wear glasses when you're doing this. Don't be an idiot. I'm just kind of I don't want to say I'm in a hurry, but sometimes I make bad choices. Okay. That did nothing. So it'd have to be a lot stronger acid if I was wanting to clean anything off that, I believe. Same here. Nothing. Nothing. Okay. So we're either going to have to sand that off or cut it off there. Don't know that it makes a difference. But the sandpaper was getting eaten up so fast, and sandpaper's not cheap. So we'll have to figure it out here. Well, this is fun. It's also not the video I was planning on making, but I'm glad you guys get to come along for the ride. All right, let me grab a clean towel and wipe that off and deactivate that acid, and then we'll get back to work. So spray that down with some glass cleaner. Okay. Grab a fresh microfibre. Well, the shiny part looks good, and that's probably what we're just going to end up doing is cutting all the shiny part, or cutting the whole thing, at least on this pipe. Now, this pipe here might be a different story because I don't know if it's going to cut out very well. We'll figure it out one way or another. Try some different techniques or whatever I have to do to get it to look good. But, all right. Throw the microphone back over here, like so, maybe. 1 second. I had it. Still went flying away. Alright, throw that mask and the headphones back on. Put the there. So sorry. The microphone's full of clip and I clipped it on here. Okay, maybe that'll stay. Well now, that definitely changes some things, doesn't it? Oh, all this is in the way, you can't see anything, hold on. So, look how fast that cut. So the acid actually did do something, and I just couldn't see it working during the process. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm actually gonna go ahead and spray down the entire pipe, both of them, and we're gonna let them soak. I don't think I have enough acid for that. I'm gonna have to fill it back up. 1 minute. Maybe. And we're back. Okay, so I got me a fresh filled up bottle here. Now what I'm using is a Purple Power brand brightner. It is pre-diluted to the best of my knowledge because it doesn't have a dilution ratio anywhere on it. And it is sulfuric acid, phosphoric acid, and ammonium bifluoride. So yeah, it says right on the package, don't get this on you, it sucks. It will mess you up, so be careful, okay? Be more careful than I am, ideally. Trying to get a decent spray out of it. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna go ahead and just cover this thing up, basically. I want to see if this works. Come around here, get this one. If it loosens it up, we'll be in good shape. So this is, the brighteners are not great with all those acids in them. You don't want to breathe it. You don't want to get it on you. Don't want to get it anywhere in anything at all. Just keep that in mind if you decide to use a product like this. They're dangerous. Lucky for me, there's a decent breeze in the shop, and I'm not smelling any of it. All right. I need a bigger brush now. Now, it would be ideal if this would foam up on here, but it's not foaming. All right, I'm gonna let that sit for a couple minutes, and then we're gonna come back to it. and we're gonna see exactly what happens. Okay. Like I said, we're gonna let that sit for a couple minutes to really set in. And we're back. And we are movie magic, I'll tell you. It's fun, isn't it? I'm gonna grab a little bit of that acid off that board there. We're gonna kind of just rub it around on here a little bit. Make sure these stay nice and wet. I really don't see any change at all currently with it. Mounted these too close together apparently. If I only had a brain. Alright. I know this video is not super exciting, but you are literally on it with, like, you're here for the learning curve. I'm just gonna start talking to you guys as if you're a buddy here in the shop. So, as I said, just making sure it stays wet. I honestly don't know how much this is going to do for me. Might do a lot, might do a little. If it just breaks up the surface layer of that, whatever's coated on here, fuel and oil, stuff like that, you know, if that's what's on here. If this just breaks up that surface layer, well, I mean, that'll be enough. And that's what it seemed to do earlier. Get that all off there. I wish I had a hose in here. I would have done this a little differently. But we don't have water in the shop yet. If you guys like my content and you want to support me, maybe, I do have a Patreon. It's summershine_7 on Patreon. You can go check that out if you like. So throw a little support, help out, help me get more things for the shop and more time to do videos, ideally. A lot of my content gets stunted. I don't do a lot of content because I just don't have time. I'm so busy trying to get customer stuff done, like these pipes right here, that I don't shoot videos. So, all right, wipe this down with this terry towel here. Just get it all dried off. I think that's probably enough time on there. Yeah, I don't see he cleaned it a little bit, but I don't see a big difference on this pipe. But then again, I said that last time. And it seemed to cut a whole lot easier. And you can see literally a streak right there where it cut through it. So I wonder if I spray it one more time. I'm gonna wipe that board down. Have all that Rogue brightner running on the board. Okay, spritz it one more time here. This Zep bottle does not like this. Does not like having acid in it, or brightener in it. Okay, that should be plenty. Just gonna rub her around and agitate the surface. The only reason I'm not wearing my respirator right now is because I'm talking to you guys. If I wasn't talking in the video, I would definitely wear my respirator for this. Just because my full face respirator will protect my eyes and it'll protect my lungs if I do happen to inhale any of this stuff. It'll help with all that. So keep that in mind. If you're not shooting a video where you're trying to tell people what you're doing. Wear your PPE. Would you guys like a video on all of the stuff I wear for PPE? Let me know in the comments if you made it this far. Yummy! Alrighty. Okay. Oh, hold on. I'll wipe that down again. So that's quite a bit of brightener on here. That should really help out. I can see it lighten the color up quite a bit on this one. Let's see about this one here. I don't know, looks similar, a little bit cleaner. Cleans the inside real well. Alright. Grab some glass cleaner. I'm just trying to dilute the brightener at this point. And I could use water if I had water more readily available, but I don't. So, glass cleaner it is. In this situation, like I said, I have water hookups in the shop. We don't have a drain in the shop yet. The drain was blocked off years ago before I moved in. And so we have talked with the landlord about getting a drain put back in. He said he's on board, just gotta find time to do it. That'll be nice. You get a drain put back in here. I'll be able to wash vehicles in here and stuff like that. Okay. Well, the board's nice and clean now. I can say that much.
Tohuri, where are you?
If you get that reference, you're cool. You had a good childhood. Oh yeah. Cleaned her up nice, bud. Okie doke. Now I got that cleaned up. Let's get back to cutting. What is that? From here. Hopefully. Here. there's no way you're still watching this. But if you are, maybe 45 or 50, I don't know how many minutes into this. If you're still watching this, I'm going to stop right here, the video anyway, and through video magic, I'm going to continue to work on these, and I am going to try to finish at least this guy. I'm going to try to finish this guy today, at least. And then when I do that, I'll fire the video back up, and we'll get the rest of that clip. So I just want to give you guys a little heads up as what's about to happen, because I may have to sand this thing. I don't know yet. It's raw stainless. Well, whatever it is raw. Whether it's Inconel or stainless is still to be determined, but the case is that it's raw and unfinished, whereas this at some point was already finished to a certain finish, like to a certain degree anyhow. So this already has a fairly smooth finish on it. So when I cut it with a red buff and a black compound, it comes out pretty fast. Whereas this, you can see this dark shade right here, this kind of these darker cloudy areas. What that is the pores of the actual stainless that are not cut out yet, not smoothed off. So I'm going to continue to mess with this pipe and get it shiny, and once I get close, I'll fire the video back up and I'll join you guys again. So just hang loose and I'll get you whatever comes next. Alright y'all, it's a couple days later, and as you can see, I've been working on this pipe a little bit here and there, just kind of off and on, but what I ended up doing was sanding it, the whole thing, like a 220, 400, 600. It was a pretty light sand. It was just to get most of this, whatever this oxidation and whatever that is all over that pipe. Get that off of the metal itself. Clean up enough of the pores or smooth off and kind of get down deep enough that we can get a shine off it. Now the customer is not looking for a high mirror shine. He just wanted them to be clean. Obviously, as dented as they are here, I don't want them to have $300-400 in each pipe. So in an attempt to keep it budget friendly and give him the results he was looking for, I went ahead and just did a quick sand on it as fast as I could, and then cut it with a red triple mill treated buff on the 6,000 RPM Makita GA7021, if you're looking for one of those. Cut it with that and a bar from Time to Shine. It's a black bar designed for stainless. It's a super heavy cut. And that's the results we have. So you can see that there's still a lot of pores in this area here. That's whatever this is. I still don't know if this is stainless or Inconel. And all I can say is it was really porous. It's raw, whatever it is. It's a very raw metal. And now we have enough shine that when they put it back on the plane, I think he's gonna be tickled. So anyway, I wanted to finish up this video. I know it's been kind of a long one. I will probably speed up some of those sections that I'm not talking in. You know, you guys will know. If you like this video, please click the subscribe button. Give me a like. Comment below what you thought of the video. Let me know what you think of the pipes. Let me know if you want to see anything else related to these pipes. And as always, stay grinding.